What is up, Boobie Goaters? My name is Erin, and I've been on the carnivore diet since March 3rd of 2023. So far, I went into this diet to lose weight, and I've lost about 80 pounds. I've experienced something awesome on carnivore. I came in here for weight loss, like I mentioned, but it felt like I got my life back, and I really enjoy having that. I know I sound a little stuffy, guys. I am recovering from a cold, which lately said I couldn't, in my latest episode, I could not taste liver, which was a good thing, so I could eat it all. But if I can't taste and I can't smell anything, what do you think I got? I know what I got. Well, if I had a headache constantly, I would definitely know what I have, but I don't. Today I'd like to talk about people that knowingly cheat on carnivore, and it kind of pisses me off, honestly. I can't be mad about it because my personality type is a little weird. It's like if I find healing on something, like something that totally changed my life. Carnivore did. Carnivore totally changed my life. It made me want to take seed oils out of everything. It made me want to feed all my kids. At first, in the beginning, I fed them all like, we switched to organic, which is kind of expensive. But then also I was like, you know what? Well, not with the meat because, it's super expensive. But like just trying to add in more meat, be more meat heavy in their diet, make them eat more eggs, make them eat bacon. You don't really have to make kids eat eggs and bacon, honestly. You don't. Because I felt good, I wanted to share that I felt really good, and I didn't want my kids to eat the bad food anymore, but I know they have their cheat days. They do it with their dad because their dad does cheat days on the weekend, which, makes me so mad because it just ends up being a crummy mess and I have to work extra harder to clean the house. I kind of feel bad for people that cheat on carnivore. Now, there is this YouTube couple. I mention them sometimes, but if you know who they are, you could probably guess maybe that the husband, like I liked them in the beginning. I thought they were great to watch. Found their channel on YouTube through algorithm, I guess, and they had a live stream, and I was pretty excited to jump onto their live stream and tell them that I actually have a carnivore channel. It was really nice of them to shout me out and everything. And they said that they've been doing carnivore for like 3 years or something at the time. And I'm like, it's kind of big. And then like he said he lost like 100 pounds doing carnivore. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I keep watching their channel, and they did like this fasting thing where they're going to like fast for a few days, and they try to challenge everybody to fast with them. So I did. And I thought they were okay. And then the dude does this like thumbnail about cheating. And I'm like, oh, well, it's carnivore. I wasn't really serious about carnivore in the beginning. Like, well, for my first 3 months, I was super serious. And I wasn't in pain anymore. I had lower back pain, knee pain, like all my life almost, it feels like. And my inflammation in my brain didn't go down yet. So I was just like, this is for weight loss type deal. My parents, on their 40th anniversary party, I had a little bit of a dirty margarita. Can't believe this is like 2 years ago. And I had like the worst headache ever. And I was like, that was my first kind of moment on carnivore where I was like, oh man, that really, really gave me a really bad headache. I'm not doing hard liquor anymore. And then I wasn't super serious about carnivore. So during the summer when the kids were home, I'd have a few beers, but I did notice that my weight it was kind of like stalled there. And I was like, oh, well, I better quit drinking the beer. And I wouldn't drink a lot either. Like I couldn't stomach it. Like being carnivore diet, I couldn't even drink more than 1 beer a night. And it would be like forcing it. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to drink this anymore because this is gross. So that pretty much got me off of alcohol altogether, it's really cool that carnivore diet. I didn't think that it would cure me from alcoholism, but here I am, alcohol free, and it's the way to be. Because I feel better on carnivore. That was another thing. Like me trying to add in different things didn't work out because I didn't feel good. And the only reason I stuck more than 30 days on carnivore was that I felt really good after the first few weeks, which is crazy, I know. But once the inflammation goes down and you're not ingesting seed oils and stuff, there really is something that happens. And since I wasn't eating vegetables, which is it used to be a big thing in my diet, was like more veggies, not a lot of meat. And I'd stay away from a ton of carbohydrates normally because I had gestational diabetes with my children. Just didn't like sweets anymore in general, and it was really easy for me to transition to carnivore. And I was also just still drinking unsweetened black tea, which probably made my transition really easy as well. And I know there were like the first few days when transitioning to carnivore, I was like, oh, why do I feel weird? And it's just because I wasn't eating carbohydrates anymore. My body was adjusting. It's crazy, but it does it for like 2 weeks. Keep going, guys. Keep going. My problem when I did carnivores, I didn't eat enough fat. And since I started eating even more fat, I'm not tired anymore. I really do have a lot of energy. I get a lot of things done. It's just that when I record mostly at the end of the day, I'm so tired. Like I'm done. I don't want to eat a steak in front of people. I just want to go to bed. And then I have to edit a video. It's crazy. But I love to send these videos out every day. And this one, it's tough love, man, is what this one is. It's like, imagine you going through your first 30 days on the carnivore diet and you finally did it and you broke through and you're just like, oh man, I feel a little better now and I lost maybe a little weight. Some people gain weight, but your brain feels better, right? Maybe it does. Maybe you feel good because I felt really good. I didn't have any pain. So I was just like, stellar, let's keep going. I didn't take it seriously until my anxiety and my depression went away. And it took me about 6 months. And I'm only going to say that from when I started carnivore, it took me 6 months because if you stay real serious on it, you could probably, maybe your brain fog and all that goes away. And some people say they don't have it go away. So maybe you're just generally okay. But honestly, I just feel really good. I feel like I've been reborn, and I'm different. I really am different. I just feel really good. So cheating on carnivore really kind of irks me when people are on the YouTube. And I know I'm not perfect. I've cheated, but I don't want to call it cheating. I was just trying to like add certain things into my diet because I watched somebody on YouTube say like after you've done carnivore for so long, you want to try to add certain things back. See if you can handle it. I could not handle it, guys. I had a cookie and I wanted 5. And there's even one of my updates where I'm like, gosh, I used to love biscotti, is what I said, because that's what I had, a biscotti, and I wanted 5, and I had to walk my happy butt out of that room and leave. And in the morning the next day, guess who was puffy and tummy hurt and all her regular aches and pains came back? It was me, guys. It was me. So that was my lesson learned. So when you cheat on carnivore, it gives you maybe a reset in thinking, like, oh my gosh, I used to feel like crap all the time. I'm never doing that again. Because that's what happened to me. And that's why I'm like, I'm not gonna do that again. I know I will tell you that sometimes like I really, really crave chocolate, but not like all the gosh darn time. It has to be like a super craving for it. And I do this once a year, which I've noticed my body will want like a little piece of chocolate, but I have to search out really good chocolate or I'm going to wake up sick. And even when I did that, it was like on one of my update videos. I told you guys, like, I'm not perfect because I'm not perfect. And I had a little bit in my mouth. It tasted gross and I spit it out. That's like after you pay so much for this goddamn chocolate bar, it was like disgusting. You fed it to the kids. That's what I did. And what was the other one? Last year, I lost subscribers over this. I told you guys if I grew a cucumber, I was going to slice it up and eat it. I did slice it up and I ate one of the cucumbers. Next time, I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I'm better with fermented pickles. But dude, I was just a little bite of a cucumber and my tummy was squeezing. It was awful. My mom fed me, she had acorn squash at her house during the summer, and she was like, try this, and we're like, okay, we'll try it. And Veda and I both all night was like, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze on her tummy. So we're like, we're not eating squash again. And I looked it up, and acorn squash has a ton of oxalates in it. And I'm like, maybe there is a thing with these oxalates, and maybe be more mindful of what is around me and just stay with the meat. But once I started upping the fat more, none of that stuff seems good to me. We just got off of the Easter weekend. The kids did have some candy in their baskets because I can't stop my husband from what he buys the kids. He just wants them to have a fun little Easter. But what was funny is that I have just been cleaning up jelly beans and crap everywhere. They won't even eat any of the candy. They just like sometimes like maybe eat a little bit of it, but they don't really like it. But anyway, here's some of the, I wanted to get to like some questions that or some things I was thinking about when you cheat on carnivore. And I just think a lot of it has to be, a lot of it is like a pattern I see. So for instance, I don't want to knock anybody. Like, this is not what it's about. We're going to talk about why you cheated. We're going to talk about how to fix it. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's try to do something about fixing why you cheated. One of the big things that I think people cheat when they're out at like parties or get-togethers with their friends and family, and the family's like, I don't understand what you're eating, blah, 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 blah. What is this? You just tell them you're doing this new low carb thing. They don't care. They're your family, and if they actually love you, it's cool. They're cool with it. They honestly don't really care what you're stuffing in your mouth. Come on. And if they're bothering you about it, just be like, yeah, I'm just trying this new thing, and if it works, I'll let you know about it. Boom. Done. So I have this really weird personality where, for me, I was born in May, so I'm a Taurus. I was born in the year of the ox. I'm stubborn as hell. And I was blessed with never really caring what people thought. Ever. I don't. Like, you can leave me a comment, and it might be a bad one, and I'll just be like, let's talk about it for a second, because I probably didn't tell you about my life, because when you start YouTube, you think people know everything about you because you've lived your whole life. And you're just like, oh, wait a minute, I better back up and tell everybody about myself. Oh, man. Oh, I have to tell you this thing because it's cracking me up so bad. On my first interview, I didn't talk about my gestational diabetes at all because I thought in the back of my head, these people don't want to hear about your gestational diabetes journey. Everybody's curing diabetes on carnivore, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. It was kind of funny. Sorry, guys. That's also me. I also just like go off on weird tangents, and I gotta hold myself back. That's why I actually wrote goat notes for this, because I wanted to stay on topic and target with you guys. So my first one was, my family thinks I'm weird. Well, good. Be really weird. Eat meat in front of them. Bring meat to your gatherings. What does Carrie at Homestead how do? He takes like a roast and cuts it up and cooks it low and slow or whatever, and takes food. You just take food, man. Just take food with you. Take a bunch, share it. You could do like the charcuterie trays, you can take them. You can make food and bring it. People love chicken wings and stuff. And they can have their own sauce with it if they like, but I think a lot of the sauce is really bad, except for like hot sauce. You can bring, your Louisiana hot sauce if it doesn't bother you. Another one is, I want what everyone else is eating. Now, when you're at these parties and your brain says, oh, there's like mashed potatoes, or oh, there's vegetables, or oh, there's cake, awesome. Guys, I don't know about you, but a lot of that stuff, for me, used to taste like oil in the general, like before I did carnivore, so it wasn't very tasty for me, so I don't eat that stuff anyway. And because it's true, it's all made out of vegetable oil, so soybean oil, rapeseed oil, all the oils that screw you up. And I'm not even talking about the glyphosate and the other crap that they spray on the plants. But still, when your brain is thinking that and doing that shortcut in your head, like for making you forget how much pain you've been in, or like if you're trying to cure your diabetes, why the hell would you eat what they're eating? If they know you got the diabetes, let them know when you got the diabetes, you can't eat that, but you can eat this, and you bring the food, you know? Like, it totally upsets me when people are always going, I cheated, I cheated, I cheated. No, you tried something different, it didn't work out for you because the next day you feel like crap, don't you? And the only reason you feel like that and you wanted those other things is that you're not eating enough fat. Now I'm not saying eat a whole stick of butter because you never had before and you're going to have super diarrhea. No, 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 no. Maybe you actually just need to add a little more butter to your steaks or something. You know what I'm saying? Or cook butter in your eggs. Something to fill you up. Like hard boiled eggs always fill me up. When I have like 2 or 3, I'm good all morning and I'm good till I eat something like a steak usually at night. And that's how I roll. Sorry. I love looking at my muscles, guys. If you haven't, do some burpees, man. On me. I'm not doing them for a little bit. I'm trying to give my shoulders a little bit of a rest, but I'm also still, I work and use them all the time. I got bug bites, guys. The bugs are out now. A lot of it also is like you have to change your mindset about cheating. Like for me, isn't it like okay, isn't there a saying or something that you shouldn't speak evil and stuff, or you shouldn't speak about things like, oh, it's a holiday coming up, I'll probably have this, I'll probably have that. No, don't even say it, because your brain's going to remember it, and when you see that awful food, you're going to want to eat it and you're going to cheat. It's just, you have to think, no, that made me sick, I don't need it. And you may have to say it out loud. No, that made me sick. You don't need it because it made you sick and you really don't need it. Sugar is the devil, guys. It really is. It's hard to quit. It's hard and if you are thinking of eating sugar or your body is craving it, you need fat, make some hard-boiled eggs, cut them in half, put a little square of butter on top. Boom, you got yourself an hors d'oeuvre. You're good to go. Do that. Bring deviled eggs to bring the carnivore deviled eggs to your gatherings and functions with your family or church people or whatever. And, when these people are bothering you and they're supposed to be your family, why would you even stay there if they don't understand that if you eat this stuff, your sugar's going to go up if you have diabetes and it's going to make you even sicker than you are? Maybe a little education to them would be nice, and they would be like, oh, okay, and they just normalize it. Honestly, make it normal. Start thinking about like what has helped you on to stay on carnivore when you're not with these people. What is your why? Everybody's like, your why is very important. My why was just to lose some GD weight, awesome GD weight. But what is making me stay on carnivore is that I feel really good. So I think my hormones really effed up, definitely after having 10 children. So to have them kind of like level back down and level out and make me feel really good, and then eating more butter and fat has made me feel even more awesome than awesomer can awesomest. So yeah, that's what's making me stay carnivore. And during the Easter, none of that stuff looked good to me. I didn't want to cheat. I will tell you, like, when I started a carnivore, it was going to be about one day. It was going to be Easter when I'd have a little something different. And what happened is, like, I popped, like, maybe a few jelly beans in my mouth. And not even an hour later, I'm just, like, shaking like this. And my brain feels like it was shaking like that. And I did not like that. I did not like that at all. And that helped me. I don't like the feeling of having carbs in my body, especially sugar. My body rejects it, and it's a beautiful thing when you start to reject the evils of that horrible stuff. Family doesn't believe. Who gives a damn? This is your life. This is you. Your friends don't believe. Maybe you should just keep going carnivore and they'll just start accepting it, Like, fine, she's not going to stop eating this meat. What the heck? It's been 2 years. Where the hell's your heart attack? Let me see your blood work. I need to go get a doctor. I just don't know. Like, I don't want to. I hate doctors, guys. Another thing is like, are you even eating enough meat or eating enough on carnivore? Because you should, before you go to these functions, fill up so you're comfortable. Sure, you're gonna be like, oh, but I want to eat something there so it's not rude or weird. Guys, at my parents' 40th anniversary, I ate this like huge chuck steak. It was huge. I think it was like a pound. And I was full the whole time. I wasn't hungry. And I didn't want any of the cake. I didn't want any of whatever else there was. I was just a little curious because, it was a partying environment. And I just, have a little bit of this margarita that was awful. And it was so much so that I remember the headache to this day. And no way. Never trying that again. And then another one is like, you've been carnivore for a while and you know it's going to hurt your body, but you still do it. That's the worst. When you do carnivore and you're like, oh, I did 30 days. I'm allowed this one cheat. And then you feel like crap the next day. It's not that one cheat that you're allowed. You haven't actually healed all the way yet. Because if you watch more channels, you'll realize that after 90 days, you start to feel really good. So why don't give yourself that 90 days? Maybe you could tell your brain like, oh, I'll cheat after that. I'll have something then, but don't do it. Trust me, your tummy will be like, and you'll feel like crap the next day. You feel gross because you feel like you used to feel all the time, and you know that if you cheat, you will feel really, really bad. And yet you still do it. You do it every day. You did it that one time. And then it's a few weeks later, you're grabbing that saltine cracker again or something, and you just, no, it's okay. I'll be all right. No, you will not be all right. If you are trying to cure something, either losing weight or psoriasis or brain function, whatever you're trying to cure, getting your diabetes and like your A1C in check, getting rid of your diabetes, why on earth would you try a little bit of that will be okay? And then in a week, you'll be like, a little bit of that'll be okay. Next week, oh, I've been good for 5 days. A little bit of this is okay. It's not okay. It's going to end up being not good. And you probably shouldn't be putting your hand in the cookie jar, It's not going to end up right. And then you're going to end up, oh man, it's been like 6 months and carnivore hasn't cured me. I don't understand why. It's because you've been cheating and you think it's okay because your tummy doesn't hurt when you do it. You're feeling like you don't have enough energy and you try something that has a carbohydrate in it and you're like, oh man, I feel way better now. Because you're getting that sugar high or something that your body gets, but you're also going to go low in like 2 hours and be like, I'm so hungry. Why am I hungry? Like, none of that definitely has to be my personality because I think it's BS to try to tell yourself, it's okay. It's okay. It's not okay. Quit eating the BS. Eat you the meat and the butter and the fat and whatever and get yourself better. Do the healing. Do the healing. It does take a little time, but the benefit is better. And if you're staying away from the crap and you're like, oh no, yeah, right, Erin, whatever, everybody in my house, they're not carnivore. It's going to be really hard for me to be here, blah, blah, looking at all the good stuff. It's not good stuff. Think about it. The good stuff is what you're eating. The good stuff is what's keeping you full now because you've had the protein and the fat and you're good. The stuff they're eating is junk, and that's why they're always fighting, or your family members are sad, or, whatever else is going on with them. It's because they're eating the junk. So I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but what I'm trying to say is don't cheat. It's not worth it. And I know I wasn't super serious at all. And I was really good for a very long time. And then my daughter made a cookie. I try it, and I wanted 5. And that right there made me go, whoa, what is wrong with me? I'm addicted to carbs. I was addicted to cigarettes and I quit. I was addicted to drinking alcohol and carnivore helped me quit it. I was addicted to sugar and I knew because I was gestational diabetic, then in about 10 years, I'm pre diabetic. And there I was, and I had a bad heart. Like I would go down, like I would get to the floor, I'd be like scraping gum off the floor or whatever, and then I'd stand up too quick, and my heart would start racing really bad, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna have a heart attack." I was like 36, 37, and I was like, "I'm gonna have this heart attack, and I'm gonna die." And who's gonna watch my kids? Because let's face it, this household will just like diminish once I'm gone. So when you don't have that nagging mom making you do everything, like it's all going to be for nothing, you know? And there's nothing to remember you by, and it's super sad. So maybe your why can be super sad. Maybe your why, I'm going to get sad and cry now. I was in such a bad state, and now I'm so much better. So it pisses me the f off when people are on the internet. They may be doing interviews and stuff, and then they go, "Oh, I cheated." But what makes me absolutely upset is that these carnivore channels are like, "It's okay, we all cheated. You know, we're human. We will do this." Don't blame the humanity. Blame your brain and how you're thinking and start rethinking, because if you want to get better, you're going to stay eating the meats and you know, if you're carnivore and you include dairy, go for it, man. Whatever. I put it in some of my eggs sometimes, but I don't do it a lot. And what's really crazy is that my diet has now consisted of just eggs and beef. I haven't had like and sometimes sardines, but I haven't had sardines in a while, and I was thinking about them today actually. I haven't eaten today. That's another thing. Like I like feeling full. I like feeling like, nah, I don't need to eat right now. I'm good. I love carnivore diet for that. And I like feeling really good. And it kind of upsets me when these other channels are like, fast with us, and they're not fasting, and you know they're cheating and eating out. And maybe they say it on their YouTube, but then they like go out and cheat and come back on and be like, no, I've been doing it. And then these other people that are following them, they kind of like these people, but then they're like, they send in little things like, this made me so sad because the channel that I'm talking about, they were like, we just fasted for a week, and everybody started like, there was a lady that sent in her fasting video and she was in tears and she was like, I'm doing it, I'm making it, I'm doing 5 days, I can't believe it. And she looked really good. And the other people, they weren't fasting. I don't even know if I'm helping people, honestly. I was just gonna do my homesteading thing, but lately, since I've been playing these videos every day, I was just like, man, I'm doing a lot of the same stuff, and it's kind of getting kind of boring. And I just got really upset because you think, oh, so you're doing carnivore and you're doing it to fix your A1C. Wouldn't that be your big why you wouldn't cheat? Or you want to reverse that diabetes? Or you just want to lose weight in general? Why would you even cheat? You know, it's just, it's not going to benefit you in the long run. Um, like I say, if like me, when I had something different and it upset my stomach real bad, it just makes me remember that that hurt really bad and I don't want to do it anymore. Maybe that's good for some people, but other people, they don't remember that part and they keep going and they just want to be ruined, you know? And this isn't directed towards anyone at all. I just wanted to say that if you have a YouTube and you messed up, it doesn't have to be a big deal if you learned from your mess up. Now, if you have a YouTube and you're messing up every month, every 2 weeks, and you have these thumbnails that go, oh, now we're carnivore. Really? I think I come from a really dark place than I used to be. And I am just so adamant that, like, you need to do this, you need to change. And it's really hard for me because my husband still thinks that it's okay that he brings ho-hos home and eats them, like a whole box, because he feels bad. Why do you think you feel bad, buddy? Like stuff like that. Like I'm tough love all the way around. And he's like, God, you're so mean. And I'm like, I'm not mean. I care too much. That's the problem. Yeah, it's a curse and a blessing. But I care. And I care about anybody that tries carnivore, and I care that if you mess up, I care about that because it's probably that you're not eating enough. You're not eating enough fat, or you can't remember that you were in a lot of pain and now you're in even more pain because you didn't change. You didn't change. You didn't change the way you thought. You're not thinking quite clearly as you should be right now. Give it 6 months. Yeah, give it 6 months. And then everyone's like, oh man, I thought you said 30 days of just meat. Now you're saying 6 months? Do the 30 days. Maybe you'll lose 30 pounds. I did. It was great. I was like, oh crap, I'm feeling great. Like, even in the photo, like I'll show this photo. This is me, and I think my cousin Joseph took this picture. And that is me 3 months carnivore, and I was feeling good. Like, there's a big smile on my face. I am feeling good, and I don't want to cheat. Because I'm full, too. I had a steak. That's what it is, man. You just gotta eat before and bring food. If your family doesn't care, they think, oh, we care about you, and you shouldn't be eating all that fatty meat. I feel like if you really cared, let me do this 30 days. See how I feel, and I'll let you know about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I mean, they don't really have to be all about your business either. You know, we're grown-ups here. If that's what we're eating and we feel great, I wouldn't knock it. And I don't feel like I would be pressured in a situation to eat something different if I was at a party or something, or at my parents' house. You know, there's pickles, I'll eat a pickle. I love pickles, especially if they're fermented and in the fridge. I can eat them. They don't hurt my tummy. It's kind of interesting. Like heavy whipping cream hurts my tummy. It runs right through me. But sour cream, I can have a little of. That's my cheat. Sour cream and pork rinds. Is that a bad cheat? No, it's okay. Usually around the time that I want the pork rinds, I probably need some salt. Electrolyte time. That's when I should have hot water and electrolytes. So what I'm doing is thinking about how to fix a situation. And I'm drinking peppermint tea out of my Whataburger cup. Whataburger! Horrible, horrible place that place is. Very expensive, by the way. And I was like, can you hit the add-on burger button? And they were like, I don't know how to do that. And then they didn't have their unsweet tea, which is like the only thing I can drink there because I love water, but I like it more with carbonated bubbles in it. And if they don't have that, I drink unsweet tea when I'm out and about. And I rarely go out, and and finally my husband realized that going out is very, very expensive because feeding 4 people is enough that we used to be able to feed 8 with. So I'm glad he's finally catching on that eating out is not worth it. All right, Boobie Goaters, thank you for listening to my rant and ramble. I hope this is helpful. And if not, whatever. Guys, check it out. I'm wearing my Mitch Mitch shirt because I was ranting. That's right. Have a great day, Boobie Goaters. Thanks for watching. Bye. I was actually going to make this one of my morning live streams, but I didn't. That's why I was like, why do you stay carnivore if you're going to just cheat all the time? Do you just want a heart attack? Do you just want? You know, what scared me the most about gestational diabetes and pre-diabetes is the fact that I have a maternal grandmother that lost both legs to diabetes. So I care. I really do. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.